An argument between neighbours has resulted in a fatal shooting in Berlin, New Hampshire on Friday morning. Police have arrested 44-year-old Nomar Ramos Rivera and charged him with second-degree murder. At around 8:15 a.m. on the 3rd of February, officers responded to multiple reports of shots fired outside the residence of 568 Sullivan Street. When they arrived, they found 40-year-old Christopher Veliz outside the building with multiple gunshot wounds and later died at the scene, and his death was ruled a homicide. Police said that Nomar also shot at a nearby car with 2 people inside and is also facing 2 counts of reckless conduct with a deadly weapon. Nomar is held at the Coos County Jail without bail. The bodies of a married couple in Pitt County, North Carolina, have been found inside the Greenville home on Saturday afternoon in what is believed to be a murder-suicide. At 1:14 p.m. on the 4th of February, authorities responded to 1113 Lexington Downs Drive to complete a welfare check. When deputies arrived at the residence, they found 62-year-old William Small and 42-year-old Heather Small dead from gunshot wounds inside. According to the Pitt County Sheriff's Office, the deaths appeared to be a murder-suicide. A weapon was found at the home, and deputies say there was no signs of forced entry into the premises. It's unclear who pulled the trigger. The investigation is ongoing. A 37-year-old Texas man is behind bars and is accused of fatally shooting a 44-year-old man during an argument over the weekend. On Saturday the 4th of February, authorities were dispatched to a residence along County Road 4252 in DeKalb on a report of shots fired. When deputies arrived at the home, they found a man inside in a critical condition with multiple gunshot wounds. Paramedics transported the victim to Christus St. Michael's Hospital in Texarkana, where he later died. The victim was identified as 44-year-old Demond Easter. Investigators said that Demond was at his home when he got into a verbal altercation and was shot and killed by 37-year-old Daryl Alexis Betts. It's unclear how the 2 men knew each other. Daryl Alexis was arrested and charged with murder. He is held at the Bi-State Detention Center, where his bond has not been set. This is not Daryl Alexis's first run-in with the law. He's previously been arrested for offences including drug charges and evading arrest. The investigation into the matter continues. A man has been arrested after he inappropriately touched juveniles at a public swimming pool on Friday morning. At around 6 a.m. on the 3rd of February, deputies from the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office responded to the Claude Moore Park swimming pool in Sterling, Virginia on a report of an assault. 2 juveniles were reportedly touched inappropriately by a man while they were in the pool. It was also reported that same day that 2 juveniles were touched inappropriately by the same man in December as well. 62-year-old Michael Taylor was arrested and charged with 2 counts of assault stemming from the December incident and 2 counts of assault from the February incident. Michael was transported to the Loudoun County Adult Detention Center, where he's been held on no bond. Detectives with the Special Victims Unit believe there may be additional victims. Investigation into the matter continues. A 27-year-old woman is behind bars after allegedly fatally shooting a 32-year-old man during a domestic dispute in Washington, D.C. over the weekend. At 5:04 a.m. on Saturday the 4th of February, authorities responded to an apartment in the 1100 block of 21st Place Northeast on reports of a shooting. When officers arrived, they found a man inside the residence who was unresponsive with gunshot wounds. He was identified as Gregory Wilkins. Fire emergency medical services responded to the scene, but they were unable to save him. The suspect, Diamond Stevenson, was arrested and is charged with second-degree murder while armed. The detective's investigation revealed this offence was domestic in nature.